you, a Thursday night thumping, a primetime pummeling, a Lambeau letdown.
Whatever you want to call it, it was an ugly game as the Packers fell 34-20 against the Lions. Head coach Matt LaFleur taking some of the blame.
There's plenty of blame to go around. I'm always going to look at myself first and foremost and see what kind of position we're putting the offense in, and it wasn't good enough.
Let's bring in Bart Winkler, host of the Bart Winkler Show, for your green and gold breakdown. Bart, the Lions led by 24 points at halftime. How did things go so downhill for the Packers?
Well, Matt LaFleur, I think, is a big culprit of what happened last night. And I do wish, this is a problem that I have a lot with Coach LaFleur, and we talk about it on the show a lot. I do wish he wouldn't volunteer all that information. When he has these press conferences, when he does the post-game stuff, I don't need him going up there and saying, I stink at this. Like, I did this wrong. I would like a little more confidence, but he didn't have it. He got out-coached. Dan Campbell of the Lions came in there. The Lions feel very confident about coming to Lambeau. Last year, the Packers had a spot on the line for the playoffs in Week 18. Lions had nothing to play for. Lions got it done. Matt LaFleur last night, 12 rushing calls for 27 yards. They did not use that part of the game enough. The game plan was a little sporadic to start. So I think a lot of last night, there's a lot to blame, but I think a lot does come back to LaFleur and coaching.
Yeah, the Packers now 2-2 on the season. How far will last night's game go in determining who actually wins the NFC North?
Well, after week 1, I had joked that the Bears were eliminated from the playoffs. And I think that was right. I think after last night, the Lions won the NFC North. I think that the Lions clearly are the better team right now among the two. And Lions fans knew it. There was a lot of Honolulu blue there last night. There's a lot of Lions fans and they did this in Kansas City too. They're selling out their home stadium for the first time. Lions fans are going to make sure they have expectations. And you saw the team; they look good. The Lions look good. So I think it's clearly the Lions. Bears and Vikings, both bad. And Packers are still, as we talk about it, they're still trying to figure out, are they a bad good team? Are they a good bad team? They're not an 11-win team. They're not a 5-win team. So because of that kind of structure that the team is young, learning, there's going to be a lot of games where they could win by 14 or they could lose by 14. We don't know. The Lions are they're going to be more consistent. They will likely win that division when all is said and done.
Yeah, and according to NFL insider Ian Rappaport, David Bakhtiari is on the injured reserve after knee surgery and then undergoing another in the coming weeks. Do you think he's played his last snap as a Packer?
That seems to be what people are assuming. It's very possible. Still under contract. Maybe there's a trade. They are going to shut him down. He's got another surgery coming. So they're going to shut him down and hope for him to come back next year. So in 2023, he got one game against the Bears, was able to, be memed a little bit, laying on the ground and showing one certain finger to some of the Bears crowd. But it's a bummer. This is an injury that's been lingering for 3 years. And I was talking on my show last night. I don't know if the doctors did the surgery with chopsticks or if his knee just won't take. But you don't see knee injuries last for 2.5 years. So hopefully, for his sake, he can play again. I tend to think that the Packers may look to move him, or it won't be, if he does come back, it won't be as a Packer.
Yeah, sad for a lot of fans. He is a fan favorite.
Let's talk about something that is making a lot of Wisconsin sports fans happy this weekend, and you're rocking the Bucks hat this morning. The Bucks are welcoming Damian Lillard to the team officially tomorrow at the Deer District. Are we going to have another parade, celebration, and a ring in Milwaukee next year?
Well, I would start to reserve some spots on Wisconsin Avenue for the route if you want to. This trade is unbelievable. If the Bucks ever got in a corner where they had to trade Giannis, you would pray for somebody like Damian Lillard to be the return. Now Damian Lillard is coming here to play with Giannis. These guys are both on the top 75 all-time NBA team. They're going to be added to a group with Chris Middleton, Brooke Lopez, Bobby Portis, all your fan favorites. The expectations for the Bucks were for the Packers. We don't know. For the Bucks, it is championship or bust, and I think it's going to be very fun and exciting to go along with that ride. This is This is awesome.
Yeah, I think a lot of people already looking forward to the NBA season, kind of want to forget about the NFL season. Thanks, Bart. We'll see you again on Monday.